I don't think you can do business before something goes sideways at some point. And even though you might have a legal contract or a perfectly clear understanding, it's only a matter of time before you come across somebody that doesn't honor their side of the bargain.
We got online, made an appointment, you came down here and we talked over the situation, and that's how our relationship got started, and it proved to be a worthwhile relationship.
I was looking for someone who had, the experience in the space, and also someone who had a good reputation, but also was not a part of a really large law firm that was going to, incur a lot of additional administrative expenses and overhead that just wasn't necessary for my situation.
We knew that we had to find somebody that was competent in contract law. If you can find somebody that has the expertise and experience in the particular area that you have a need, it's more likely to get your problem solved.
A lot of attorneys won't even spend 5, 10, not even 20 minutes with you, just even understanding your issue or empathizing with your situation. Before even asking to bill me, Nick spent time understanding my issue, and that gave me confidence to go in and engage him, before even really looking at a lot of other options.
We knew some of the problems with the contract, but we learned that there were more problems than we had been aware of. You listened to all of our concerns that we had, which was important for us because obviously we had some anxiety over the situation. By the time we left, I think we had a clear picture that you knew what you needed to get the job done and that we were going to be able to work together.
When you're in the midst of a legal situation, oftentimes you are thinking through really every scenario under the sun, right? You're thinking of some of the really devastating things that could happen, thinking of kind of optimistic scenarios, and you're really just spread thin. Your mind is kind of going crazy when you're in a very challenging situation. I think it's really helpful because Nick takes such a practical approach. Here's where we are, here are the possible outcomes. Now, how do we want to approach this? And really in simple terms, be able to understand that. Even as someone who has a relatively strong background to understand what the issues were, it was just helpful to frame them in a way that gave me a clear path of here are the possible outcomes, and now let's think through what is the best way to attack this and resolve this issue.
You're not afraid to go to trial, and a lot of people are. They're willing to take less, they're willing to negotiate it or litigate it out of nothingness. You back it up. I don't have to be an attorney to know what's happening and what's going to take place and where it goes.
Very quickly, within an email or two, I knew that he was aware of the issues we were facing, was right on top of the various laws that were going to help protect me, and was able to quickly cite case law or other things that were going to help us to frame our process going forward. So it was pretty clear early on that based on what Nick knew about me and the time that he spent learning about my situation, we already had everything stacked in our favor before we even moved too far along in the process.
It was not a bad experience. Most people think working with an attorney might have some negative sides, but it really didn't. It was a very positive experience.
If I was to define the Henson Law Firm in 3 words, it'd be clear, concise, and empowered.
Competent, great communication, and terrific listening skills.
It's good to know I got Nick on my side, yeah.
We would certainly recommend you.
I've always recommended Nick because I think that the folks that I want to support and help out would benefit from a very practical, straightforward approach that Nick employs in working with clients.
I'm just happy I'm on the right side of the table.